Let's talk about taxes, maybe not the most exciting topic, but one of the most powerful things you can understand as we age. In particular, we're going to unpack what's coming in 2026 tax brackets, how changes may affect you, and how to plan smart to keep more of your hard-earned money. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of what tax brackets are and how they work, what's new or proposed for 2026 brackets and deductions, how your Social Security, retirement income, and investments might be taxed, strategies to reduce tax burden legally, mistakes to avoid, and tips specific to seniors. First, let's refresh how do tax brackets work. Taxes in the U.S. are progressive, meaning you pay different rates on portions of income. The first dollars fall in the lowest bracket, then, as your income rises, additional portions are taxed at higher rates. That's why even if you move into a higher bracket, only the income above the threshold is taxed at the higher rate, not all of your income. Let's say a bracket begins at $50,000 with rate 22%. If your taxable income is $60,000, only the $10,000 above $50,000 is taxed at 22%. The rest remains taxed at lower rates. Understanding this helps reduce fear of jumping into a higher bracket. Because of inflation and regular adjustments, tax brackets change each year. That's why knowing the 2026 brackets is essential to plan ahead. Now, what do we know or expect about the 2026 tax brackets and related changes? While full official tables are still being finalized, the IRS and news outlets report inflation adjustments and some tax law updates. For example, brackets are likely to shift upward to account for inflation, which means thresholds to hit higher rates increase. Standard deductions often rise. Some proposals include a new senior bonus or additional deduction for those 65 and older, giving seniors extra tax relief. New proposals and bills suggest a $6,000 extra deduction for 65 filers, phased out at higher incomes. Some new rules may affect how we pay tax on Social Security, retirement distributions, and investment income. These changes mean your planning today can help avoid surprises later. Let's dig deeper. How will these changes affect key income sources for seniors? Social Security. Many seniors worry whether their Social Security benefits will be taxable. The truth, in most cases, a portion may be taxed. Depending on your combined income, a GI non-taxable interest half of SS benefits. Changes to brackets and deductions can influence how much of your benefits become taxable. New senior deductions may reduce your taxable base. Retirement account withdrawals. Money you take from IRAs, 401 kiloseconds, pensions, and similar accounts count as taxable income unless they are Roth. As tax brackets shift or deductions increase, the net you keep after taxes can change. Smart timing, e.g., spreading withdrawals becomes important. Investment and capital gains income. Gains, dividends, and interest are also taxed, sometimes at different rates. The brackets you fall into for ordinary income influence how much you pay on investments. Rising brackets may push you into higher levels for capital gains. Other income sources. Part-time work, royalties, rental income, all of these feed into your taxable income and could push you up in brackets. You'll want to be careful not to let extra income backfire by increasing your tax burden disproportionately. To help us make this more concrete, let's walk through an extended example. Imagine Alice, age 68, retired, lives off Social Security, small, part-time consulting, retirement account withdrawals, some dividend income. Her Social Security is $25,000 a year. She withdraws $30,000 from her IRA. She earns $5,000 in dividends or interest. Her total ordinary income $60,000. Before 2026 changes, she may be in a bracket that taxes, say, 22% on part of her income. Plus some of her SS benefits might be taxable, with new senior bonus deductions and adjusted thresholds. Perhaps she can exclude more from taxation, drop some of her IRA withdrawals into a lower bracket, or reduce how much of SS is taxed. We'll show hypothetical numbers to illustrate what portion of her income falls into each bracket and what she might save under the new law. Let's break the hour into segments you can use in VRU, sprinkling examples, Q&A breaks, and mini quizzes or viewer questions to hold interest. 0-10 minutes basics of tax brackets, how they change. 10-20 minutes what's new in 2026 proposals, senior bonus, inflation adjustments. 20-30 minutes effects on Social Security, retirement withdrawals, investments. 30-40 minutes extended examples with fictional senior taxpayers comparing before-after. 40-50 minutes strategies to legally reduce tax burden. Timing, deductions, credits, Roth conversions. 50-60 minutes common pitfalls. Senior-specific tax tips. Wrap-up, viewer Q&A segment. In practice, when you paste this script in VRU, pause at natural breaks. Insert slides or text overlays showing bracket tables, example numbers, comparison charts, or Q&A interlude prompts to keep viewers engaged. Here are strategy ideas to include in your video to help seniors reduce taxes provided by general tax knowledge. Not dependent solely on the article. Use senior bonus deduction or extra deduction if available. Maximize standard deduction if it's higher than itemizing. Time IRA 401k withdrawals to stay in lower brackets. Use tax-advantaged accounts Roth, HSAs, etc. Harvest investment losses to offset gains. Be aware of state taxes. Some states don't tax Social Security or have no income tax. Check eligibility for credits e.g., credit for the elderly or disabled. Review and adjust tax withholding to avoid surprises. Work with a tax advisor who knows senior tax rules. Finally, add a caring, reinforcing wrap-up. Taxes may feel complicated, but you don't have to be intimidated. By understanding how brackets work, staying updated on upcoming changes, and applying smart strategies, you can keep more of your income. Today we've covered what's expected for 2026 brackets, how it affects your income streams, and how to plan so your golden years stay financially secure. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Leave a comment. What is your top concern about taxes this coming year? I'd be glad to dive deeper into that in a future video. Stay informed, stay empowered, and may your tax season be your best one yet.